And welcome back. The New York Public Library will host its highly anticipated World Literature and Arts Festival, celebrating global storytelling and cultural diversity. This exciting event will feature a wide range of activities, from author talks and performances to culinary experiences and writing workshops, all aimed at highlighting New York City's vibrant multilingual community. Joining me now, we got the Associate Manager of Adult Programming at the New York Public Library, Vandana Pawa, and we thank you so much, Vandana, for being with us. And an exciting time for the library. I know you guys got a busy schedule. What's it like for you right now as you are gearing up for the month of April?
Hi, Darren. Thank you so much for having me. We're so excited about the festival coming up in a couple weeks. April has so much going on. It's Poetry Month. We got some poetry events coming up in the festival, and we're all just really excited. We've spent the last, 6, 7 months working on getting a really stellar lineup of writers, performers, poets, and culinary experts, and all kinds of folks from all over New York City to come together to bring their work to the branches. So we're just really excited and gearing up for the festival.
You know, as the festival comes on and you've got all these great artists, one of the things that's going to happen is really the opportunity for storytelling and their opportunity to share storytelling from their perspective, their vantage point. And this is great power to that. So, if you will, share with me, what do you feel about the power of storytelling that will occur through this festival?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's the number one reason we're here and why I do the work I do, honestly. There are so many stories in New York City. The world is right here in New York City. And there are so many stories that, often go unheard or untold. And we want to create these spaces in our NYPL branches across the boroughs for folks to come in and tell their stories, and for folks who maybe otherwise wouldn't have gotten the chance to hear them or listen to them, to get to be in a space where they're hearing from diverse perspectives, hearing from people's experiences that are different than their own background. So it is really powerful, and I feel really lucky that we kind of get the opportunity to bring people from all kinds of backgrounds together, and also create the space for folks who do share those cultural similarities to come in and get the chance to be somewhere that's like really responsive and really affirming to their own experiences. Maybe they can connect with somebody who is in their neighborhood, shares those experiences, but they never would have gotten the chance to connect otherwise. So, yeah, really using the power of storytelling to come up, affirm people's experiences, and also give them the opportunity to connect across difference.
So I want to go over a couple of dates with you, because there's some very key dates and some things happening on these dates, and I'm going to let you take it away, share with us a little bit about what we can expect and what's going on. But I know April 15th, we got the rap language, and that's how musicians continue to transform in the spoken word.
Yeah, that one is really exciting. That's our kickoff event for the festival. It's happening at the Stavros Niarchos Foundation Library in Midtown Manhattan. We have groundbreaking musicians Audrey Funk, Bartika, and Faluka, and they're going to be joined by the journalist Jessica Lipsky, who is a writer at the Grammy Foundation. And they're going to come and talk about how they kind of like blend their native languages and adopted languages into their music. They're really unique in their style. They're going to amplify issues that matter to them and kind of do it in a space where everybody is writing rap music, utilizing rap music to tell their stories. And we're really excited about kind of kicking off the festival with that program.
Yeah. April 22nd, the Latinx panel will be taking place. And so what can we expect to hear at the Latinx panel?
That one is going to be really exciting. It's at St. George Library Center in Staten Island. And we're bringing together a powerhouse group of Latinx artists across different mediums. We have Irma, who is a photographer and based in Staten Island, Patricia and Nancy, who are a aunt and niece duo who actually work on kind of like performance or installation art in different cities across the United States. Libby Paloma, who is a textile artist. And we actually have a Pulitzer Prize winning comics illustrator artist named Madar, who is going to be joining us to moderate that panel. Folks are going to be talking about how storytelling stories can be told in a bunch of different mediums, including visual arts, and kind of what their art does for creating a sense of belonging for folks in their community. So that one should be really exciting as well.
To have all these artists, performers, to really be together under one roof throughout the course of this festival, the sharing of community and culture, what's that mean for you, the person that puts this together, gets behind this, and really brings this all to a head?
Oh, it is so rewarding. It is so rewarding, especially when we realize, you'll be in a room with these artists and they'll start finding connections with each other. They'll be like, oh, like we had a residency at that museum at this, one back to back to each other, but we didn't connect until now. Or they find, similarities in their work that they plan to work together later on down the road. And it was us who brought them together in this space. It's really affirming. It's really rewarding to kind of see not only for the audience members and our library patrons who come in and enjoy these events, but we're also able to like build these bridges and build these connections for the artists themselves who, maybe otherwise wouldn't have gotten the chance to meet and connect over their work. So it's definitely really exciting to see those connections play out in real time.
I mean, Vandana, there is this intersection. It's kind of like beautiful, right? The intersection of creativity and culture. When you look at what's going on between the festival, that's what we got. And right here in our, right here in New York, the hotbed, the haven, if you will, for creativity and culture, and the ability to really bring it all together is it's got to be great.
Yeah, there really is so much creativity that is like so specific to people's cultures that a lot of these artists, like that is so central and core to their work. So getting the chance to like create a stage entirely, like building those two intersections together, like, the way someone's creative work connects directly to their culture and then the way they engage with the world, like through that perspective. And yeah, like you mentioned, Darren, the communities that we have here in New York City are so diverse, and the library really tries to make sure that we're serving all of these communities. We're really intentional about where we're placing our programs. We work to make sure that branches across all three boroughs that we serve, Staten Island, Manhattan, and the Bronx, get the opportunity to like hear from these diverse artists and hear from these folks about their work that maybe otherwise they wouldn't have had the opportunity to. So truly like bridging, that intersection between culture and creativity and the what you can make and the stories you can tell is, really central to what we're doing here.
Yeah. And then I got to ask you about April 23rd. It is a world holiday around here. That's my birthday, so that's why I realized I said that.
Oh,
But in addition to it being a world holiday, let's talk a little bit about, you've got culinary that's actually taking place. It's something special, a celebration of sweetness.
yes, I'm so excited about that one. So we're going to be celebrating the release of the Malai cookbook. So Malai is a ice cream shop that was, born in New York City. It is a South Asian flavors focused ice cream shop. And the founder, Pooja, of that ice cream shop is releasing a Malai cookbook, which is kind of celebrating South Asian ingredients in desserts and in sweets. So we're going to have Pooja there, and then a culinary writer and producer, Faride, in conversation. And then we're also going to have a really cool drag performance by a local NYC-based drag artist whose name is also Malai, a South Asian drag performer. So we're really going to be celebrating, the culture of, South Asian countries, and also the food that comes out of those places and the ingredients and the spices. And we are also going to be having a little ice cream cart from Malai joining us that night that are going to be serving treats that are specifically in the cookbook. So super excited to kind of celebrate, dessert and sweetness in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. And I do have to talk a little bit about Jose Andres, who's coming. He's going to be there April 21st. He's also the founder of the World Central Kitchen, addressing a little bit about social impact. And I know we haven't touched much on that, but there is that social component and that social justice component that is attached to the work.
Yeah, it is fundamental. It's central. It is, I think in creating platforms for folks that otherwise are in the margins and might not have the opportunity to tell their stories, we are definitely thinking about the social impact that we can have. We're always trying to highlight stories from the margins, and we're really excited for this event with Jose Andres as well. World Central Kitchen has been having a really important impact on the world. They've been feeding Palestinians throughout the genocide in the last few months, so last year exactly. They're putting them in this space where we were able to tell the story of Jose's work in World Central Kitchen and his, general goals in creating that program or in that creating that organization. It also is, really important to us to have that space for him to come in and share that work.
New York Public Library has been around for a minute. And when I say a minute, we're going to put 125 years there, and at least 125 years. And so as you look at this festival, and you look at the 125-year history of the New York Public Library, merge the two together, if you will.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, the festival is a lot newer than the library in that whole, century history. This is our fifth annual festival, and we actually started it during COVID times when folks were locked down, and a lot of our programs were happening online solely because we wanted to still engage with folks' cultures. We still wanted to give people the opportunity to connect across, stories when they were locked down at home. And we have continued that throughout the last few years. A lot of our programs are also now going to be virtual and in person. So we're still really prioritizing the accessibility of our programming and making sure that folks who are at home or not in New York City as well are able to connect with our programming. So I think, the role that the library has played over the last 125 years is really to serve our patrons and, become a central space in New York City for folks to read and learn and talk and discuss with each other and share stories across their experiences. And I think in that way, the World Literature and Arts Festival really fits perfectly into that history, and it's something that we hope to continue, working on for many more years to come.
You just answered that question so brilliantly. I thank you. Thank you so much, Vandana, for being with us. Exciting. I know it's been a long time coming, a lot of great work, and to see the fruit of your labor, it's got to be good. It's going to come quick. It's going to leave quick, but while you're in it, just enjoy it, and thank you for really putting this together.
Yeah, thank you so much, Darren. We hope to see, some folks at the programs coming up.
Sometime in the month of April, yes, I'll be there. I got to make my way through there at least one day. It won't be the 23rd, I can tell you
We'll
that
be on
right
your
now.
birthday.
That's it.
You have better things.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
All righty. Now, if you want more information, go ahead and visit the website at nypl.org. That is the New York Public Library.org, nypl.org. Don't go anywhere. We got more open coming up right after this. You don't want to miss, so stay with us. We're coming back.